Hello everyone, thank you for watching my YouTube channel again. So this is another video about biological psychology. So for today we have a topic talking about a stress response. So you will see from the screen the stress response system, and sometimes we call them HPA axis. HPA axis is a very important explanation, letting everyone know. So what happened to your stress reaction? So then why this sometimes when you make your life too stressful, and then your immune system get affected, and then you will easily get a lot of disease, while other people like your friend, your colleagues remain pretty well. All right. So before start, if you have not yet subscribed my channel, please do so. Please also share and like my videos. All right. For the screen, you see stress response system. This is about HPA axis. So I'm going to let you know what it mean by H and P and A. So it's more or less like a chain reaction, or a chain reaction of a stress. Okay, so at the top you see this is a brain, human being brain, right? And then you see the structure called hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, from the previous video, you understand it's very important for determining a lot of emotional life of humans. Hypothalamus. Okay, so now what happens? So you imagine in front of you there's something very dangerous. Okay, so or something pretty frightening, right? For example, you see a guy holding weapon, approaching you, or asking you for money, or it's a vehicle pretty fast coming, like closer and closer to you. Okay, so your eyes actually perceive this kind of stimuli, and then we get further interpretation, further interpret by your brain. Okay, and then once your brain determine, mostly the cortex determine this is something dangerous, and then that would trigger your hypothalamus to release a signal to another area called pituitary gland. Okay, so between hypothalamus and pituitary gland, you see CRH. Okay, CRH. And then what is CRH? CRH is kind of hormones. So you see the full name of CRH here. Okay, corticotropin releasing hormone. Okay, so what happened? That means hypothalamus, when we receive the information from your cortex saying there's something dangerous, and then hypothalamus, this is a H, right? HPA acid H. Hypothalamus will release CRH. Okay, so CRH, corticotropin releasing hormone, and then CRH will further trigger the reaction of pituitary gland. Okay, so from last video, I told everyone pituitary gland is the master of our endocrine system, or the master of our emotion life. Okay, so that's why right here, the pituitary gland receives the information from hypothalamus, which is CRH. Okay, and then pituitary gland will further release another kind of hormone called ACTH. Okay, so now you see HPA axis. We already have H, hypothalamus. We have P, pituitary gland, right? So pituitary gland further release something called ACTH. ACTH is a kind of hormone. So you see here ACTH, adrenocorticotropin hormone. Okay, so ACTH got released by the pituitary gland, and then ACTH will further activate the reaction of our adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is a very important structure, making our stress, making be very stressful, because once the hormones from adrenal gland get released, it's called cortisol. Okay, so I believe it's very famous kind of hormone, cortisol. So cortisol is something good. Okay, so basically, because we have to tackle with the problem, with the dangers. So that's why sufficient amount of cortisol will be very necessary, because once cortisol get released, okay, so then we be more focused on the dangers. We get more sugar, the glucose will be more focused, concentrate, and then make us very focused to, for example, your muscle get very tense, and then your blood blood pressure get higher, because your heart stop pumping more blood, and then more oxygen, more sugar to your brain, to your body. Okay, so that's cortisol is very necessary for us to fighting with something pretty dangerous. Okay, but at the same time, you have to know, once cortisol level get too high, our immune system get weakened. Okay, so this is like proportional. Okay, so cortisol high, immune system get a little bit restricted. Okay, so that's why you always experience, or you heard people say, when they spend too much time being too stressful, the immune system become very weak. and then that would be pretty dangerous. Not only for getting illness, can be dangerous for certain more severe condition of certain very severe mental or physical condition. Okay, because when your immune system no longer capable of tackling the problem, the disease, the bacteria. All right. Okay. So not yet finished, because your adrenal gland release cortisol, because adrenal gland receive information from pituitary gland called ACTH, right? So now we have HPA axis, H hypothalamus, P pituitary gland, and A adrenal gland. Okay, so suppose it's a normal level of person. Okay, so because he have to deal with whatever stress. All right, so now the person get already sufficient amount of cortisol. Okay, and then the problem no longer. Okay, because he got sufficient energy, he got power, and then perhaps the bad guy get away. Okay, or the stimulation is already done. Okay, so the hypothalamus response to level cortisol. Okay, when the cortisol level getting too high. Okay, so because we have to tackle with the problem, we have to solve some problem. Okay, so that's what cortisol pretty high. When the cortisol level getting too high, so that will be a further information for the hypothalamus. When hypothalamus we receiving the signal, the hormone, cortisol hormones, so getting too high, and then the hypothalamus will stop releasing CRH. Okay, you understand what I mean? So when hypothalamus stop releasing CRH, that means the pituitary gland stop releasing ACTH. And that is information to ask the adrenal gland to stop releasing cortisol. And the human being, the body will remain to normal, calming down. Okay, so this is the finish of the cycle HPA axis. Of course, the person have to wait for another threat or another danger to happen, and then the hypothalamus get triggered by the interpretation of some stimuli, and then CRH trigger pituitary gland, and then ACTH trigger adrenal gland, and the cortisol getting higher, and then at the same time immune system get weakened, and then try to tackle with the problem and controlling the problem, solving the dangers, and the cortisol level getting too high, and the hypothalamus receive, understand, or cortisol too high, and then stop releasing CRH, and then stop ACTH from pituitary gland, and then stop cortisol for adrenal gland. And this is the finish of our HPA axis and very normal stress response system. Of course, you will probably think of when some people they are exposed to the environment always with a lot of stressor. Always with a lot of stressor. That means once the hypothalamus receive, understand, cortisol level too high, and then once the hypothalamus want to stop releasing CRH, but only perhaps less than a few minutes, hypothalamus get a signal from our eyes. Okay, so for the signals from our brain, so something dangerous happening again, or the second test is happening, second exam happening, or second deadline happening. Okay, so that's why hypothalamus have to release CRH again and again and again. Okay, so that's why from time to time your hypothalamus get agitated, get formulate, and then not to stop CRH. Okay, so that's why those people, they keep releasing CRH. When CRH keep releasing by the hypothalamus, the ACTH start keep releasing by pituitary gland and so forth, and cortisol always keep released by adrenal gland, and it be the person without any possibility for calming down. So that's very bad, because you know when we are having too much the amount of cortisol, immune system getting very weak. So that's why you see a lot of people in a very busy a stressful city like Hong Kong, Singapore, New York, London. Okay, so we have a lot of people having this kind of problem. For example, anxiety disorder. They just can't control their anxiety, even they are having nothing, or they are having holiday, because the hypothalamus get agitated for continuing releasing of CRH. Alright, so this is the end of this video. Hope you enjoy it, and see you next time. Bye.